So I've been playing Guild Wars 2, the free-to-play version on Steam for probably 10 or 15 hours. Steam's saying 18 hours. I don't think it's been quite that long because I've still got 2 hours of mount left. So I have been playing for quite a while. I thought this was a good opportunity to do a bit of review, the good, the bad, the ugly of Guild Wars 2 on Steam, the free-to-play version. And I say free-to-play version, I'm going to put that in quotes because I've got some thoughts on that. I'll talk about that later. But this is going to be a bit of a review. I have notes. Let's go. The thing to remember, it is a full game. So that it's pretty much the same game that I was playing way back when. You get everything. It's the same game that we were getting years ago, with actually the extra benefit of you get a mount trial, so you get to know what is possible, which we didn't get before. So before the expansions, this is more or less what you got, with the restrictions, of course. There's multiple maps. Looking at my notes here, it's all the original story, 5 races, 8 classes, and lots of hours of play. Like I say, I've been playing 10 or 15 hours, and I haven't got anywhere at all. And I think what I worked out there's 25 zones, 25 maps of a fair area, and you quickly see how big the starter area is. They're all as big as that, or bigger later on. So 25 of those, 6 cities, 5 racial cities plus Lion's Arch. They restricted it till level 10, but that's not a big deal. We'll talk about that later. And what else? That's mostly it. We'll go to the map and have a look. It is a big area. I mean, we're in the city here. We know the size of that. We know the size of the starter map, which takes us quite a couple of hours to get around on its own, especially if you don't have a mount. And there is a heck of an area that you get on these 25 maps of the original. We can go to all of the 5 starting ones. We start in Queensdale, of course. Plants start in Caledon Forest. Metrica Province for the little guys. Char start in Plains of Ashford. I think that's visible away from my face. We haven't even been to the starting zone for the Norn, which is Wayfarer Foothills, which is right there. We're going to go there shortly, maybe open a bit of a map while we muck around. So we have run through there a bit. So it is a huge area that you get in this free-to-play. And I'm calling it free-to-play. You can argue a little bit that it's just a very, very extended demo, I suppose. Extended demo, unlimited demo. So, whether you're calling it a free-to-play game or an unlimited demo, I like to think of it, in a lot of ways, it is an unlimited demo, because if you play more than, look, honestly, I like the game, so if I played more than a couple of hours, I would buy the game, and I don't even think I did that. I think I just said, this game is $30 US, whatever that is in Australia. I think in Australia at the moment it's about $42. But then for that you get the 2 expansions at the moment. At the time I got it, I don't think we got any exchange. I might have not bought it till Heart of Thorns was out. Now I think about it, but that's another matter. You for $30, I just said, oh well, how bad can it be? I'll just pay the money and try it, and not have to do any restrictions at all. And I'm not even sure if it was free. It might not have even been free to play back then, so there wasn't much choice. It was only $30. Went bang, bought it. So that's what's good about the game. And we also need to probably cover what's bad about the game. And I'm not going to go into what's bad about the game as a whole. What the fault of Guild Wars 2 is itself. I'm just going to go about what's a problem and what's bad about the free version, the free-to-play version, as compared to the full version. So that's just something worth remembering. So anything that's bad here is something you can fix with $30 US. and some of those things are not so bad. What we're going to do first is just look at the, and I might go outside briefly. Actually, what we'll do, so I'm not wasting my mount while I'm doing this, we're going to go over and find the starter area here. And because one of the not so bad things about the trial version, the free version, a free to play version, we'll call it free version, the free to play version because that's what they call it. The free to play version is that you are restricted to the starter maps. These are the starter zones, and they're quite big maps. There's 5 of them. You're going to start in your own starter map, but it does give you, so that will be locked. When you're below level 10, you're going to be locked into this zone, but you do get access to all 5 starter zones for all the 5 races. So that's 5 races, and there is no way you're going to explore all those. You can't even get around them all without leveling up to level 10. It's just impossible. So level 10 restriction on going to cities. I'm not even sure why they do it, to be honest. It's actually not a bad thing. It wouldn't matter if it was restricted to all players, because that just means you... Oh, missed a waypoint somewhere? Oh dear. Get some of these waypoints. That just means that you're going to have to explore a bit if you want to find a bank, because that's probably one of the big restrictions. I think I wrote that down even, because you have a bit of trouble finding a bank. And not that you need a bank, but you don't know that when you start the game, do you? You think, oh, I've got something here, I don't know what it is, can I stick it in a bank so I can think about it later, because I don't have much storage space. And I do believe that's what I've got down that as one of the more difficult restrictions. So we just mainly want to get some waypoints here. I'm not even sure how many waypoints there are down here. There are a lot of chat restrictions. That's another one that's not so bad. When you stay and play the game, you're not going to really want to chat with anybody anyway. Some of them are level restricted. Some of them are time amount, like how many chats you can do in a given time. Ooh, yeah, well, we've done that. How much chatting you can do, like I think it's a 30-second restriction. I did look some of these up because these are things I didn't even notice. That's how minimal they are. I had to read up about them to find out about them. So that's a slight restriction. Yeah. So and even later on, some of those chats are going to determine. And even later on, some of those chat restrictions, they're going to require you to be mutual friends with people, just to have whispers and whatnot like that. And that really isn't going to be a problem. Being friends with somebody isn't a problem. It just means that you've both got to be friends. Like normally you would just be, you could friend someone and send things and chat things, and they wouldn't have to friend you back, sort of thing. So that could be a bit of a problem, but I haven't had a problem with that. I got on here briefly, like I've had my daughter come on as friend, and was able to chat and do everything. I didn't really notice there was a problem. So if you know someone, it's definitely not a problem. Meeting new people, it could be a problem now and then. So let's run around, have a look at this place, get some value out of our mount while we're doing some of these things. What else have we got? Oh yes, well, you can't send golden items to people. Now, I understand that, and that's a permanent restriction on the free account as far as I know. Understandably, I'd say they would have issues with gold farmers and gold sellers and that sort of thing, so that's possibly more about that than anything else. Rather, there's enough incentives in the game, and it's cheap enough game that I can't imagine that's really probably look at people misusing accounts, and that's fair enough. What else have we got? Yes, no daily login bonus. Well, that's something you miss, because there's a lot of good stuff comes in the daily logins. You get laurels and all sorts of little quality of life type things. I suppose I should put my minions out while I'm running around. A lot of quality of life items that you can get on your daily basis, daily thing. That you're not gonna miss if you don't. If you've never had them, you don't miss them, honestly. But you can still, I mean, especially once you get your levels up a bit, you can still do your daily quests and daily achievements. What do they call them? Just daily something. Dailies anyway. You can do your dailies, and that can get you 2 gold a day. So it's not like you don't have that. It's just the login rewards, because normally every time you log in every day, even if you do nothing else but just get in the game, you will get something. So it's certainly nice to have, and a lot of times I will just get on, log in, and do nothing else except log in. Yeah. Well, I can't even get in there. Do some hero points while we're running around. I am going to miss the mount on here. I don't know if I'll play much more after I don't have a mount, but I'll have to, just to see what it's like, just to feel that disappointment that other people might get, and how much of an incentive that is to play the game. So obviously you can oh yes, that's true. Now, even though we have the bad side of not being able to send things, you can receive things from friends, because and that is a big plus. Because you can receive things from your mutual friends, which is a big help if you make a friend, because they can send you things that you might not be able to get, because of the worst things you can get. One of the worst side of things, yes, what are the sun? Okay, I gotta go. One of the bad things that is the limitations in the trading posts of what you can buy and sell. I haven't even found anything I could sell yet in the time I've been playing. I have found you can buy some limited items, and those limited items seem to be clothing items that are crafted by other players. So I'm assuming perhaps you can sell items you've crafted. I haven't tried that yet. I will have to try that. That's probably what your items are. Your selling item, your items you can sell. This is talking over all this noise. The items you can sell in the trading post are probably limited to things you can craft yourself. But I don't know that for sure. I haven't sold anything yet. I haven't had anything I could sell. I haven't crafted anything, so we're going to do that shortly. We're going to go craft something and see if I can sell it, and that might be an indication. We might craft up a shirt or some shoes or something. We can do that, I do believe. So, so you're limited in what you can buy, and that is one of the things for luckily later. The restrictions on what you can buy. Obviously, one of the things, we'll kill these couple of guys first. The bank and storage slots are a big thing, obviously, on the bad side, because inventory management is a lot more challenging. We've only got these 2 slots here, and we can get up to 20 in each of those, but you're really going to need a friend or some good crafting to get up to that level. I'm not even sure you'll be able to buy bags. So you might be able to buy some crafted bags that go in there. I haven't even looked at that. Where's our TP thingy? Can we buy bags? Let's have a look. Maybe some people craft bags. I probably should get out of danger first. Wasting my time on my mount here. But that's okay. Can we buy bags? I should turn my phone to silent too. Okay, bags. Bags. Where are bags? Oh, bags, skins. I don't even know where bags are. Are they under inventory bags? There they are. They've got their own category. Okay, so we can buy... yes, okay. We should have a... I think here it says available. Is there something that says available? Only show available. That's already ticked, but it's not showing what's actually available. Okay, so yeah, there's a 10 slot, so that's probably something that's been manufactured. 15 slot, so yeah, okay, so you can buy a 15 slot, you can buy an 18 slot, so no problem there. You can buy people. Forget a price. You can buy bags that people have manufactured up to 18. I see there. I don't see 20. 20 slot. I don't see any 20 slot bags. Safe box, craftsman's bag, invisible bag, gossamer. Okay. So no 20s, but I do see 18s. So you could get a couple of 18s in there, which is not bad. So that's something, and you can make those yourself. So it's got an 18 slot mithril. You can manufacture a 20 slot box. So probably costs about 20 gold. It costs a lot to make. Most of that cost is in the actual materials, because you have to buy a special component that is locked. Has a locked price. You have to buy it from NPCs, so they have a minimum amount you can actually make them for, and obviously sell for, unless the people start selling them as a gift. Silk bag. Theoretically, this character eventually would be able to make that, and possibly bigger. So, but you can also buy it. But anyway, like I said, 15 slots. I did see a 15, didn't I? 15 slot base. Odd that there's only leather. Anyway, you know, for under 2 gold, still a lot of money. What's a 10 slot? You could buy that for silver, so I could get another 10 slot bag. But then 10 slot is pretty easy to make. So, and I hope that face is out of the way, or I'll be not happy. Don't have another screen to look. So, hopefully you can see that. But if you've got a friend, I'm sure they could send you something. Where do we want to go now? Let's go just open up some map. What are all the bad things we got? Of course, the mount. Losing the mount is a very big downside for the free game, I'm sure. If you're comparing it to the original game, it's really nothing, because you never had it. But for this version of the game, yes, that's a big downside in this times. So I think that'd be probably one of the big incentives to buy the game. The trading post is probably the other really big one. Yeah, the chat's not so much. A lot of guild restrictions, I do believe. I didn't really look into all of those. I know there are a lot of them. They will vary with people, how big a hardship they are. We can open up some of these starter maps. That'll be a big plus for later. Okay. Sure, we should be doing some of these dailies while I'm doing it, but that's stuff you can do later. I am so cold out in the snow, wearing so little. I don't have anything else written out. Yeah, well, you can't. There is some. You can't convert gold to gems. In the normal game, you can convert gold that you make in game. You can convert that to gems to then buy gem store items, which I have done a lot of. I've put a lot of skins. You've got to have a lot of gold to do that, but you can buy. You can essentially buy any skins and anything in the gold shop. You can essentially buy that with in-game money with conversions, but you can't do that on a free-to-play account, which is fair enough or not. They want you to spend some money. You can buy whatever you want with real money, no problem at all, and they don't have a problem with that. But obviously, if you're going to buy things with real gold in the shop, then you're the sort of person who's going to buy the game. So you can buy the real game. Let's see, yes. So yes, you can buy gold too. So if you want to spend real money, you can buy. What happened there? Did I get it already? No. I don't think I got there in time. Oh, there we go. So yeah, so you can buy gold. So if you want to buy bags in the shop, like, oh, I want to get some of those 18 slot bags because I need the storage space, you can buy gold, buy gems, convert them to gold, and buy whatever you want in the shop, and that's fine. What is available, and unfortunately it's limited. Of course, you're going to have a lot more luck with bags. Are pretty cheap. You'd have a lot more luck just getting a friend to give you some bags, but then you can expand your bank, which you were going to want to do eventually. Even if you've got a full count, you're going to want to expand your bank, and you're going to use real money for that. But as I say, if you're going to spend real money to expand your bank or to buy any in-game items, you're going to spend, because I mean, let's face it, gems are not cheap. We can go to the gem store and look. Will it let us? Yes, I think it will. No, I don't want escape. I want the gem store. If you go to the gem store, we want to buy some gems. Buy gems, and this is an Australian money. No, this is American money. So that's an American money. So any little amount of money, and that will only buy you a cheap skin, and that's $20. Want to buy a really good mount skin, you know, it's going to cost you probably 2,000 gems, and $35 is going to buy you 2,800 gems. So as you can see, you can spend quite a lot of real money in the game. And if you're going to spend $20 or $30 on, and I mean, a lot of the little items are not that expensive, obviously, but even cheaper items range from 300, 400, 500, 600 gems. Bank slots are 600 gems, I think. I have to have a quick look at that. We can't really look at that yet. I've got to remember the loot. Stuff. So, but if you're going to be spending that sort of money, the $30 on the game is nothing, and you don't have to spend all the money on all these skins and that, but let's be honest, you probably are going to want to buy bank slots somewhere down the track, because bank slots are a thing. Ooh. What do we want? Earth, fire, water. I tend to be an earth guy because it makes them bleed. But that's fine because it gives you a nice blast radius. Let's go, just go with earth. Can I use that yet? Yes, I can. So we go here. Can we? Are we in X? No, let's get off here. We could have just done it on here. Equipment. Axe. Ooh, yes, it's a better axe. We'll put our axe in. Ooh, we can put something there. We don't have anything there. This is our default human thing that goes in there until we train up something. But we'll train up something. So if we go and do that, we can get a couple of little fire hounds. That's one of those things we were talking about earlier, of things that are bound to your race, and I'm pretty sure the hounds are a human thing. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Or maybe one of these are human things. Maybe that's bound to... No, I think that is human. Anyway, some of these things are bound to human, and other things are bound to your class. I think those are human. And you get like seed pods or something to protect you, and if you're a plant, and you get little robots if you're an Azura. You probably get some sort of spirit animal if you're a Norn. I can't remember. And what else is there?
Someplace new.
Char, I think you get a warband. A couple of guys come out and fight for you. Okay, now I'm wasting time here, and mount. I should be on my mount doing stuff. I am finding this has given me a certain amount of time pressure that I find a little bit uncomfortable, I must admit. And I shouldn't allow it to do that to me, but it's just got this... The fact that the mount is running out has put a unpleasant time pressure on me. So that could be a downside of the game as well. So we've done good, bad, and I'll have to put in an ugly. And let's face it, the ugly is the fact that you can't just go out and buy some dies. And outfits for that matter. You can buy outfits with real money, but if you're going to buy real money, you're going to buy the game. But you can't buy as many, like, just things from the shop that says, oh, that's cool, or weapon skins, or just weapons that you might want to use. And you might buy a weapon just because you like the skin. You might want to buy a weapon because you like the weapon, but either way, you're not going to be able to get it. But not be able to buy dies, because dies are super cheap, and the ability to dye your clothing, even if you've got, and let me get this over here where you can see it, even if you've got very ordinary clothing like this is a very common skirt that is used, and even the top, probably not that top of that skirt, but that is a very common skirt that is used by players that are fully maxed out, even to maxed out players. They'll use that design, amongst others that are very popular, and it's amazing how good they can look with, you know, just a decent dye. So dyes are a big thing, and they're super cheap. A lot of the dyes are super cheap. Where is our dyes? Dyes. Equipment. Oh, later. It's always wanting me to move. So these ones are here are just coppers, or just copper dyes. Some of these you get down to uncommon and rare. You might pay not 5 to 10 silver, and then you get down to your gold dyes. Some of these are not even available. But see, a lot of these you can get as rewards, especially for birthday gifts. So some of them you can't get any other way, like cotton candy, or bubblegum, sorry. Bubblegum or cotton candy? One of them is, I think it's bubblegum, is like 9th or 10th birthday. So, and like I say, those are, you can buy for silvers. You will pick up dyes along the way, of course. Ooh, what have we got here? Okay, what have we got? Somebody dead back there. We got some bad guys here, and we might be a bit outmatched here. But you know, what we're trying to do here right now is just open up some carrot. So not be able to buy. Not be able to dye dyes means you might be uglier than what you want. Now, didn't my stomach come out? It's my health. Okay, I'm just gotta get further away so I can get my stomach out. Okay, get some minions. This is the trouble with minions. You gotta have them out and about. Ooh, there's a always with these things. Where is he? I always like when I'm doing these sorts of collection quests. I always like to get one item and give it to the guy straight away, just in case, because they are done by everybody, and so other people can come and complete the quest before you know it. Trouble here with my minions fighting things, so I can't get on my mount, which is the normal. So if you're a ranger or a necro with minions, that is an ongoing issue, that you really need to kill things so your minions are free so you can get on your mount. Okay, well that's going to get done. Where haven't we been? Where do we want to go? Mainly just want to get in here and open up some of it. Oops, I'm still in combat. Open up some of it so that so they can get around at a later date. I'm going to go here and go up the top there because I think there's some up there. Whoa! So, yes, my review essentially is, of course, I'm going to always promote the game, but the beauty about it is, yes, I consider it not just free-to-play game. It's not like an ordinary free-to-play game. Some games are just free-to-play and they depend everything on the shop, and they probably could do this in this game. It might be a bit more complicated due to people misusing it for gold farming and whatnot, but you know, a true, completely free-to-play game, really, it should be all just about not having it to buy it all. I think if you've got a game that's completely free-to-play, it's you get on there, you play, and you get all your money just from people buying stuff in the shop that's cosmetics and whatnot, which is mostly like this. This is more a buy-to-play game, obviously. You buy the game once and then you can play it as much as you want. There's no subscription. I mess up. No subscription, so it's technically, it always has been a buy-to-play game. You buy once and then you play it. The free-to-play model is really just an extended, unlimited demo, technically speaking, but you certainly can play it free for a very long time. And there's no rush. I mean, you're going to, if you play it more than a few hours, you're going to want to buy the game. Yeah, we're going good. You're going to want to buy the game, but there's no rush. You don't have to go, oh, I've played this for like a few hours, or I've hit the level cap or whatnot, and I have to go buy it now. No, it's completely voluntary. It's when you get sick of it. I'm sick of the no mount, or I'm sick of having one of the restrictions that are annoying you, like the trading post. So you say, oh, hell with it, I'm gonna go buy it, and that's really up to you. And the beauty about it is, once you buy it, I think all the expansions now, you get a top slot, which is very good bonus. So there's carrots and sticks, and some of the carrots are the fact that you get extra top slots, and you also generally, I think, all of the expansions. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. I know with the dragon one you'll generally get a level 80 character boost anyway, which means you can straight away, you get more character slots too for a start, but I only got 2 character slots on this, I know, which you can buy more of, so that's another downside. But yes, you usually get a level 80 boost, so that when you're tired of mucking around, you can boost your character up to level 80. I generally have never done that. I generally have a new character I boost up to 80 for trying things out, because I think it is worthwhile going up through the levels with at least one character. Well, I do it with all the characters. If I get, like I say, if I get a level 80 boost, I generally boost that character from, like, while it's still below level 10, and customize the character. And these days you get pretty good gear. I think it's all celestial gear, whatever, which has got sort of very spread out stats. That's still going. Gee. Which has got like nothing in it. It's not specialised in anything. It's like very balanced stats, which sort of makes it a bit weak for everything, but it makes it okay for everything too. It's fine, and you get some level 80 gear, so you can go out and play anything pretty much straight away. You'll be not the strongest thing ever. Okay, yes, go somewhere else. Sometimes there is a bit of an issue with Guild Wars. This is a bad side. I said I wasn't going to do it, but this is more an issue with a downside of Guild Wars as a whole, is that sometimes it just gets into a thing where it says wants to change maps all the time. You'll first log on. You'll log on straight away, and it'll say you want to change maps, and you'll change maps, and then it'll. You want to change maps again? This one. Oh, okay. Just send me to a map where, or a zone where this is a map. To a server that has some people on it, and be done with it. But anyway. Doing this with no minions at the moment on this map because I'm going to keep my minions out deliberately this time because it's easier to get on and off your mount. So that's about it. That's all I wanted to really do for this one. Just a quick review. I think I've covered everything. I'm going to have a quick look through my notes again. I think I've covered everything. It's mostly good, obviously, with the restrictions. And most are not a big deal. Like the level 35, you can't get to Lion's Arch for level 35. To me, that seems like a strange restriction. I'm not sure what they're thinking there. It's not a big deal. I don't know if people really hang out at Lion's Arch as much as they used to. It used to be a very popular place. And it still is relatively popular, but I think everyone's hanging out at Thousand Seas these days. Okay. It needs armor. Did I do this once and it's redoing it? I'm confused. This is one of those ones that seems to be always being done. I'm not making good use of my mount right now. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do too many more of these videos. I may. I've got some more storyline to do, or whether I have had enough. We'll see. I probably should just see what it's like running around without a mount. But I mainly want to do this one as a review of what is the game like. Oh, I missed one. Gonna go there.
My Snow Lord army needs armor. Even scraps.
Can mark that on the map.
Anyone help me?
Go get that one. I mean, personally, I think. Well, there's no point now. Once upon a time, I would have just said, just go buy it. It's only $30. Buy it, and if you don't like it, you're not going to be too upset. I'm not sure what this price on Steam is, to be honest. I only know it's $42 Australian, so I'm assuming that's about $30 American, which is about the same as ArenaNet. These days, of course, there's no reason to just go buy it straight away when you can get the exact same game, more or less, straight up. And if you're buying it through Steam, I think you get the free version direct too. But yeah, if you're getting it through Steam, it doesn't matter. Same thing. You can try it, and because that way, straight away, you can say, okay, yeah, no, this is not my thing, and you haven't wasted the $30, so. Yep. I think that's enough for now. Go back home. I need to find some clues that I have got. Did get an axe today. There we go. Got an axe. We've got to do some more mucking around, but oh, I went to the wrong waypoint. How close are we? We're getting close to Lion's Arch. It's not far away now. We have to do a Lion's Arch one. I went to Lion's Arch for free. Now, I'm fairly confident that there is nothing that I can sell here. Because I'm pretty sure if there was anything I could... Oh, okay, okay. There we go. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, so there are things we can sell. There is a restriction. This, we can't sell that, but then that's probably something that's soulbound, so we'd never be able... We can't even sell that on a free account. We can... I say, okay, no, we're good. We're good. We can sell stuff. We can sell wood. We can sell something like the wood. I do believe. Can we? Can we? Let's see. Let's actually sell it and see. We can actually list that on there. and someone will buy those green log. Some desperate person out there who really needs green logs will buy them from us. I would sell those. So, okay, so that makes you feel better. So that goes up to... That takes a little bit off the trading post. It's still very restriction on buying, but if you can sell things like your raw materials, that's a big help. Things like this leather, they can be quite... Let's try again. See, yep, there you go. We can actually sell that. We don't need to, but we could sell that, so that's good to know. We can change our pants out of that, or do we like our pants? We'll put that there. We might want to wear them. I don't know how they'll go. Let's have a look. Are they going to look... it's all a matter of whether they're going to match. We'll look a bit more respectable, if nothing else. Let's sell by them. Yeah, well, we look a little bit more respectable, if nothing else. Then we just got to colour them the same.
Act with wisdom.
Ooh, I like those colours actually. Are they colour? No, they're not colours I can. Oh, are they? No, I don't think I can get glory. A royal rose. I don't believe I got grape gum. There's the colours I do not have access to, unfortunately, so I can't match the top. These are sad days. I've got glory though, which is very similar. And I have got a royal rose, which is, it's sort of similar. What about an autumn? Royal rose. Yeah. So, you know. And then I can do the same on the bottoms there. So there we go. Now we look... Oh, I thought we looked respectable, but I forgot. These are not pants. It looks better from the front anyway. Just take care when we're walking around. Ah, dear. What a world we live in. I put something like... nope, that's a little tiny thing you can hardly see. Okay. Okay, so that doesn't help our shoulders at all. Okay, well, we look a bit more respectable, and we got a bit more that skin is unlocked, so we can always use that if we want. We got transmutation charges. So if you go to wardrobe and you click on something like that top or that bottom, it'll give you the skins that you have. And if you want to, we've got 5 transmutation charges. We could transmute some of those. We will wait until we have some decent armor to do that. Pretty sure that is just rubbish. Yep, still rubbish. And our axe, we can't sell. Can we crunch it? Yes, we can.
All things have a right to grow.
And we should be able to sell those things as junk. So, good to know that the trading post is certainly has its bad, but it's not the worst thing, except for not being able to buy dice. Log out to our character sheet. So that was, and I didn't apply because I'm a moron, and that's what I look like because I'm a moron. Something to fix later. I am forgetting to apply things all the time because that's the sort of guy I am. So the good, the bad, the ugly. This is the ugly. Those are colours I don't have on the skirt, which looks quite nice. But I'm ugly because I don't have the dyes to fix it, and I don't remember to apply. But the good side is it's a full game. with some restriction. So download it, play it. Oh, I didn't mention the other bad side, but then that's a bad side for most games you buy today, and that's the fact that it takes like an hour or two to download. But what are you going to do? So, yeah, download it, play it. If you play it more than an hour, then chances are you've probably found it's worth the $30 to play, and you're going to buy it. So, that's all my notes. And I may or may not see everyone again in the future. Subscribing and liking means more fluff.